Okay, so in this video we're looking at the next bit of multiplying out brackets. This is where I'm going to have a lot more going on and I'm going to have to do a fair bit of tidying up. Now, the main error that occurs with the tidying up is issues when dealing with our positives, our negatives. And so what I'm going to use to try and help me is I'm going to be putting in square brackets into my equations. So these are basically, they work similar to our curve brackets, but they're going to help me group specific information together so I can keep things a bit more separate. So let's just jump into the first one and I'll show you what I mean. So this first one here, I've got x plus 8, x minus 4, all in brackets, minus x squared plus 9. Now, wherever I've got my curve brackets, whenever I'm going to be doing an expansion, I'm going to be putting my square brackets around it. I'm not going to worry about this bit out here because that's already been, that's not within a bracket and the positive and negatives are all relevant there. So I'm just going to leave that alone for the time being. And then I'm going to do my expansion, same as before. And actually I'll keep using the lime green for my brackets here. So breaking apart that first bracket, I'm putting the second bracket in the space next to it. And then this bit at the end, the x squared minus x squared plus 9 is just going to stay there. Then I'm going to do my expansion. So expanding that first bracket, I'm going to have x squared minus 4x plus 8x minus 32. And that minus x squared plus 9 is still going to be there. I'm going to neaten up the bit inside of my square brackets here. So I'm going to have x squared minus 4x plus 8x. That's going to give me plus 4x minus 32. Okay, so now that I have dealt with my expansion, now I've dealt with everything that's inside one of the square brackets, I'm now going to start doing the last bit of tidying up. So, I'm just going to write my final answer along the edge there because I'm running out of space underneath. So to start off with, I've got x squared minus x squared. And that's just going to cancel each other out, so that's going to be completely gone. Then my 4x is just there, same as before. And I've got minus 32, add 9. So that's going to give me negative 23. And that's my final answer. So again, going back over that, x squared, take away x squared. That is going to give me nothing, so that goes. There's no other x's, so 4x just stays the same. Then negative 32, add 9, gives me that negative 23. Alright, so let's take a look at the next question. So, again, I'm going to put brackets around wherever I've got my curved ones. And so that means I'm also doing it around this one here as well. So I'm going to start my expansion. So breaking apart that first bracket. And then this next bracket, something to remember when you have something in a bracket that's squared, it means the same bracket is repeating itself. So I've got x plus 4, not x, y plus 4, and y plus 4. So the same bracket happens twice. So I'm going to go straight into my breaking apart that first bracket here. So y plus 4, then I'll have y plus 4. So those are my two bits of expansion that I'm working with. So then doing the expanding, 3y times 3y, well 3 times 3 is 9, y times y is y squared. 3y times 1 is just going to stay as 3y. Minus 1 times 3y is going to be negative 3y. The negative 1 times 1 is going to give me negative 1. Then y times y is y squared. Y times 4y is going to give me plus 4y. 4 times y is another 4y. Then 4 times 4 is 16. So now we're going to neaten it up a little bit. So, and actually what I'll do, I'll write it a little lower just so we can have a bit more space. And I'll write my final answer to the side like earlier. So I've got 9y squared, 3y, take away 3y, that's just going to cancel each other out. There's nothing left because 3 take away 3 is 0. And so I'm just going to have that minus 1. Minus 1 left. Then I've got 4y plus 4y, so it's going to give me 8y. And now I want to collect my like terms together. So to start off with, I've got 9y squared plus y squared. So that's going to give me 10y squared. I've got no other y's, so it's just going to be plus 8y. And then I've got minus 1 plus 16, which is going to give me 15. Now, in these questions, you probably don't fully understand why I'm putting in these square brackets, but in the next one, this is going to be why these square brackets are really beneficial. And the reason is, it's this negative here. These negatives are really easy to forget when it's in between two different brackets to expand. And by putting in our square brackets, that's going to help us constantly remember I am needing to take away whatever this final answer is here. So let's work through this question then. So I'm putting my square brackets around my 2 bits I'm going to be expanding. So start off with breaking apart that first bracket. I've got x plus 9, then x minus 2, x minus 2. Marrying that negative sign, it's going to happen. Then breaking apart this next bracket, I've got x minus 1, then x minus 4, x minus 4. Doing my expansion now. X times x is x squared. X times minus 2 is going to give me minus 2x. 9 times x is going to be 9x. 9 times negative 2 is negative 18. And then I'm going to have x squared minus 4x minus x. And then that will be a positive 4 because I've got that double negative happening. Going to neaten it up. Write it down a little bit lower just so we have a bit more space. So minus 2x plus 9x, that's going to give me 7x. Then on our next one, I've got minus 4x, take away x, that's going to give me minus 5x. And now here's the part which helps us with, which is why I do these square brackets. So I've got x squared, take away x squared. Those are gonna cancel each other out. And if need be, you can always score them off when you have this full-on cancellation so you don't accidentally re-add it in. Then look at the next bit. I've got 7x, take away negative 5x. So because I've got that double negative, because remember I'm taking away negative 5, that means I'm adding. So what I actually need to do is 7 add 5, which is going to give me 12x. So again, I've got 7, take away -5. So those double negatives are going to make a positive. So I've got 7 add 5. Then I've got -18, take away 4. So -18, take away 4, that's going to give me -22. And that is my final answer. Okay, last question then here. So, again, I'm going to be putting the brackets around my curved brackets. And again, remember that squared there, 3x plus 2 all squared just means I have the same bracket repeated. I've ran out of space. Let's just move that over a little bit. Okay, so I've got 4x plus 2, breaking apart that first bracket and putting the second bracket in the empty spaces. Minus 3x plus 2 and 3x plus 2. Ooh, got a bit squished there. 3x plus 2. Oh, I changed colour pen too early. Okay, then doing my expansion. So I've got 4x times 5x. 4 times 5 is 20, so that's going to be 20x squared. 4x times 2 is going to give me 8x. 2 times 5x, 2 times 5 is going to give me 10, so that's going to be 10x. And 2 times 2 is 4. Then 3x times 3x is going to give me 9x squared. 3x times 2 is going to be plus 6x. 2 times 3x is going to give me 6x. And 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. Neatening up our square brackets. Just going to preemptively put square brackets in. So 20x squared, 8x plus 10x is going to be 18x, and plus that 4. Still got that negative sign going on. 6x plus 6x is 12x. And now we can collect our like terms together. So I've got 20x squared take away 9x squared. So 20x squared take away 9x squared. 20 take away 9 is 11. So that's going to be 11x squared. Then I have 18x take away 12x. So 18 take away 12 is 6. So that's going to be plus 6x. Then 4 take away 4. That's just going to cancel each other out. So I'm going to have nothing left. So that's my final answer. Let me know if there are any issues and good luck with the work.